Alrighty, welcome to the Gathering of Men 2025. We are 20 minutes away from the opening ceremony, and I'm here with Uncle Steve and Stevie, and we just want to speak into the importance of the land that we're on and the importance of respect for culture and the relationship between every man here, the land, and the work that we're doing. So, good to see you, Uncle Steve.
Bugawani, Jimbalang. Thank you, Jacob, and Jimbalang's friends. With this land here, we connect with the 8 tribes of the 7 rivers, and this country here, we're on the land that we're on now, the TGOM, we say, for country, is Binambara, and connects with Mulunjali as well, which is Bow Desert. All these ranges here, they were connected with the rainbow, similar to the rainbow serpent up in Arnhem Land, which we call it down here, with the northern rivers that connect with all these mountains that have rose from when this land was flat. We call it Durawan, with the battle of the snake and the goanna, when they had an epic fight thousands of years ago, and they created all the rivers, the river systems, the creeks, the mountains, and all the rivers going out to the ocean, which is east of the first of the sunlight when it comes up from east of Australia. So we are the first people of the sunlight, connecting with Mount Wollumban 23 million years ago, when all this land was created, stories with Durawan, when Durawan had the epic fight with the snake and the goanna, and that was the energy from way back in thousands of years ago with that epic fight. Like I said, it's much the same as the rainbow serpent up in Arnhem Land. So Bugawani, Jimbalungs, thank you friends, thank you mates. So the land that we're on was all created from the old goanna and the old snake, which we say Durawan, and
Right on. Thanks, Uncle Steve. So that's the land that we're on, and a big part of what we do at the Gathering of Men is we don't just want to have Uncle Steve and Stevie come out and do what they do. We really want to really explain, we really want you guys to know that what we're doing is building a relationship between the cultures. A big part of the Gathering of Men is bringing all different cultures together. So we've got brothers with Irish heritage, brothers with Lebanese heritage, brothers with Samoan, Tongan, English, Scottish heritage. And part of that is we want to actually honour and bring in all of the different heritages, and the Indigenous here is so important to us because we want to not just pay respects, but build a relationship. We don't want to hold these guys and say, oh, you can come and do this and then we'll see you later. No, we bring them in so we can actually have a relationship and learn and actually take on some of the gifts, the rituals and the traditions and infuse them so we can create a more holistic experience for all of the men that are coming. Because a lot of men don't actually understand culture.
Yes.
And that's why we do what we do. So Stevie, for you, man, what's important for you when it comes to bringing the culture and maybe the ritual of what we're doing here today?
Yeah, so it's really like you said, the learning, we're all here on our journey. So it's the importance of it is to learn. So I'm very blessed and lucky enough to have Uncle Steve as my cultural teacher to come along and sort of learn, what it is to be one with country, one with culture. And while you're having a gathering here today to welcome you into country, for you to acknowledge, respect, and be one with culture and country. Being here, rocking up, you feel the good energy. You just feel it like it's all around us. I remember last year when I left, just the feeling that I got was the biggest high. And just being here, today, it's been a couple of hours, but tell you, it really takes control of your body and you feel it because everyone that's around here is, sharing that good energy, and that's what you want. Like Uncle Steve has taught me, that budrum, it's who we are. So it's important, culture and, country is important, and it's part of our healing. It's our medicine. So it's so deadly to see you fellas, not just our culture, but all the cultures around the world, because it's, we are one and we share this country now. So I'd love to be a part of it.
Yeah, we're saying that.
Yeah, Uncle Steve, yeah, like with the men's work we do, what would you like to add to that?
Like you just said, Jacob, we've had a multiculture here, which people don't realise. Way back from the late 1700s and the early 1800s, a lot of my uncles, all the old great-grandfathers and the old people in general, and the new pioneers that came at that time, we were multicultural even in them times. People don't realise that. You had Maclean, they spoke a lot of Scottish and Gaelic, and the Irish, and English was a third language over in Maclean area, and my people also picked up the slang language of that as well. So we all worked together. My old uncles were great timber cutters with the old pioneers, some bullock drivers as well, and a lot of cattlemen that did a lot of the old uncles did a lot of cattle runs from all this country here, the 8 tribes of the 7 rivers, into Brisbane, across the Brisbane River, over to the cattle yards. So yeah, so there's a lot of connection that people don't realise, that a lot of the old people had good connections and they were all good mates, and a lot of the old convicts came and lived with their people for 30, some for 12 years, some for 40, and that was all around the country, not just around this country here, but all around. So there was always good friendships, and like I said, it's always been a multiculture, but people don't realise that. So yeah, so a lot of connections and friendships have been around for ever since everyone's been in Jargoon, which is the country of where we are now. Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess onto that, like learning those sort of things, Uncle Steve, with men coming and doing this, you know, we call it the initiation work or rites of passage, and we talk about the ego. For you, why is this work important? You know, you've been out here the last couple of years with us, and we had a few meetings, and we talk about the importance of this. But you know, from your culture and from your lineage, why is this important for men to do?
Well, it all comes down to the country, Jargoon, Budgerum, the spiritual energy that connects with everyone, everything, the land, the animals, the insects, the dirt, the trees. So we got all that energy, and it's all from the stars as well. So we have our Dreamtime stories that connect with all the energy, and we call that energy the Budgerum spirit energy. It's of all life, universally connected, of all dimensions, universally respected and universally protected. So that's the Budgerum spirit from the stars, the land, and everything around us and in our own bodies. So the Budgerum spirit is in us, as well as the Jargoon, which is the country. Yeah.
And for you, Stevie, like the healing for like young men, you know, you're a father. I'm only just a father recently, and I'm learning more and more how important it is to be responsible and to be a leader, not of just to myself, but for the community, for other men, and for my family. Like for you, man, this sort of work, how important do you think it is for men to come and do this sort of stuff?
I can go on forever about this subject. For young men, you know, I think you guys are showing them what's inside of us, who we are as beings, to connect with who we are, not really, you know, listen to what's upstairs in our head, you know, that false identity of who we could be. Because I know this as I've, you know, walked my own journey through depression and all that kind of stuff, you know, and, you know, listening from, you know, what's coming through, you know, my head and whatnot really took over to I really started practicing culture and my spiritual being, where I really found myself as a man, you know, where I really took ownership of who I was and, you know, when I took ownership of who I was and, you know, became a man, that's when everything came together, not just for myself, but for my family, as a father, as a partner, and most importantly, for myself, you know. So I think this is, you know, getting the right men involved where I feel like they're ready to look for that. Otherwise, they wouldn't be here. You know, you can go on forever saying someone, oh, you should be doing this, should be doing that, but they really won't listen till, you know, they feel it within themselves going, oh, I'm ready, this is part of my journey. And then you never look back then, do you? So, yeah.
Yeah, with
Yep.
Maybe one more question.
Yep. Well, you want to bring it home, Uncle Steve?
Yeah, we're saying that, like Jacob just said too, Boogawani, sorry about that one too. We're saying that when it comes to the young men, and Uncle says the young warriors, the young boys, like from 12 upwards, they start learning. When they see stuff like this, it's for them because it gets that pretense out of them, the ego. When they stand up as a man, they go through different traditional tribal law and acknowledge the spiritual connection of having wisdom, knowledge, and then you go up to a higher sacred knowledge. But that takes a lifetime. But with the young men of today, the young boys, this is very important for them because it teaches them to take out the ego, the showmanship out of them, and teaches them to be a pure man as a warrior. And that we always stand them men straight up in front, the young men, the young warriors, and they can face the consequences, what's coming towards them when we have a bori, which is a stylistic fight, and that gets out the ego, the showmanship, and it teaches them about how to walk and talk and how to stand tall. So yeah, so they learn to be a warrior and take out all that bad energy and walk with good energy, which is the Budgeram spirit, like I said, of all life that connects with all dimensions and everything around us. Yeah.
Amazing, brothers. Thank you, Uncle Steve. Thank you, Stevie. It's good to be on the land with you, men, and we look forward to opening this ceremony and giving these men an experience that will allow them to walk tall and pure and with that good energy so they can go out and be the men that this world needs.
Boogawani, Jim.
Boogawani. Yeah, let's go. We're on now. Thanks for that.
No, you're